guys, it's Amy coming in with a week 22 post-op update. Today is Friday. What day is it? Friday, August the 12th, 2016. Typically I do my weekly updates on a Thursday, every Thursday, but I didn't get to do it yesterday for a couple of reasons. Work was really busy. I just couldn't get away from it. Yesterday was also my birthday, and so after work, my husband and I went to the movies and out for dinner. So the day got away from me. I couldn't do it, so I'm a day late. Not that you guys care, but sorry for not being consistent. So I'll go through my weekly weigh-in spiel. So first of all, I had biliopancreatic diversion with a duodenal switch on my surgery date was March the 10th, 2016 at Rex Hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina. And my surgeon was Dr. Michael Tyner, of bariatric specialist of North Carolina. As I mentioned, I had the SIPS, or the biliopancreatic diversion with duodenal switch. SIPS, or SADI, or loop DS. It's basically a modified DS is what I had. My highest weight ever recorded was 401 pounds, and that was the beginning of my pre-op diet. My surgery weight was 379 pounds. Last week I came to you and I was 282, and this week I'm 281. So I've lost 1 whole pound in a week. That was as of yesterday. A loss is a loss, so I'll take it. But it's Shark Week, and TMI alert, I'm constipated. So I'm not sure if that has any bearing on why I didn't lose as much as I typically do. I weighed myself this morning, Friday morning, the next day, and I was down 2 pounds since yesterday. So who the hell knows what's going on? We'll see. But a loss is a loss. I'll take it. So my weight loss since my surgery date is, I think 100 pounds, spot on. No, it's not. Just kidding. 98 pounds. I can't math today. 98 pounds since my surgery date, and my weight loss since my highest weight, which is the beginning of my pre-op diet, is 120 pounds. So a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is, I'm sure you've heard if you've been watching my videos. If you're new, welcome. But I do work from home. This is my home office. My husband also has the capability to work from home, but he typically doesn't. He usually works out of his office here in the RTP area. We live near Raleigh, North Carolina. So what we've decided to do next week, actually starting tomorrow, we have rented a cabin up in the North Carolina mountains, in the Smoky Mountains, for a week. We're going to go there and just work out of there for the majority of the time. We will take a couple of days off to enjoy the mountains. But we're just going to go and work from there. For those of you who work from home, you can probably understand where I'm coming from. For those of you who always wanted to work from home, don't get me wrong, it's really nice. I don't wear my pajamas. I get dressed. I have showers. I get dressed. And I do work, fairly standard off hours. It is nice because I can just run out to the kitchen and unload or load the dishwasher. I can go, throw a load of laundry in or change it over into the dryer and that sort of stuff. And that's really nice. It's nice on my lunch hours. I go downstairs and do my treadmill that's in my basement, which is great. Not everybody has that luxury. So that's really nice, but there's also trade-offs. I miss people in an office terribly. It's easier to get sucked into work if your work is where you live. So I have a specific room for my office, which is nice. And then typically at the end of the day, I leave the room, I shut the door, and it's done. But it's very easy for me to get sucked back in and come back in here and work in the evening or something like that. It's very easy. And then the last thing, which is what prompted us to take this little impromptu trip out to the mountains, is that you get cabin fever. Cabin fever is a real thing. So I'm getting a little bit squirrely, and it'll be nice for a change of scenery. So we're going to go still work. We don't have to use up our vacation days, which is nice. Other than I think we're going to take next Friday off. But we're going to go and just work from there. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is reliable. We'll see. So anyway, we're leaving tomorrow to head out to the mountains. It's about a 4-hour drive. And so I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I'm packing from a food perspective as a weight loss patient. You have to keep in mind, though, there's some things that I'm not going to show you. For example, fresh vegetables. We'll just buy those out there. We don't want to necessarily buy them now. So we'll just buy them out there so that way they're as fresh as possible. Additionally, I'm going to show you some things that I won't be eating, but we are going to pack, so I'm not going to be sketchy about it. We're going to pack, and my husband, you know, will probably eat it. I might have a nibble or two, but these are certainly some. There will be some things you're going to be like, what? Why are you eating that? Because I'm not. So I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so here's some of the stuff, actually the majority of the stuff that we're going to be taking with us for the week. And I'll show you, excuse me, some of it. Okay, let's start over here. So here are just some vanilla Premier proteins. I kind of touched on this on my last video. So it's just straight up vanilla Premier protein, 30 grams of protein and 160 calories each. I'm not sure if I'm going to take all of these. I've got 12 of them here, and we're only going to be gone for 8 days. I don't think I'm going to drink that many, so I might, you know, remove half of them or something. We'll see. Here's one of those sugar-free syrups that I put in with my Premier protein. This one here is mocha. I'm just going to take this one and use it all up instead of taking multiple bottles. That's perfectly fine. And then some of those little instant coffee packets that I might add as well, and just like pour it over ice so I can have that. So I mix these little coffee packets, the sugar-free syrup, and the Premier protein, and pour it over ice, and it's quite good. I've got some different flavors of Crystal Light that I will take as well to mix in with my case of water, which I do not have shown here, but I do have a case of water that I'm going to take. Here I also have my Gene Pro protein powder, which is controversial. If you haven't checked out Melanie Slice Thinner's video, I highly recommend that you do. She's got a great channel, and she had a traditional duodenal switch, and she just did an expose on Gene Pro, and it was really great. So I'm a little on the fence about that, but in the meantime, I got the stock, and I'm going to continue to drink it for now. And I've got some regular coffee and some Truvia or Stevia to sweeten it. And usually I've been doing Stevia in the raw packets, but I happen to have this, and it's just easier to take that for the trip. In terms of snackies, there are some chips. That's what my husband eats, and I have been known to take 1 or 2 on occasion. I've got some nuts here. These nuts, these are cashews, and they are the bomb. They're from Trader Joe's, Thai lime and chili, and they're spicy and yummy. Very, very good. Here are some of my snacks, so such as kale chips. These ones are Bombay curry. They're just kale chips. And then, of course, the Harvest Snaps. I haven't decided. I'm probably only going to take 1 of these bags, but I can't decide which flavor I want to take. Either the onion thyme or the wasabi ranch. So I'm certainly not going to go through both of these bags in 1 week, but I'll probably take 1. I just haven't decided which one I want to take yet. These things here I've not tried yet, but they are when I have a sweet tooth. So the little French twist layers of sweet puff pastry. This is wild raspberry. It also has cinnamon in it. There was also original that was just straight up cinnamon, no raspberry. So it says that there's 35 calories per twist. Here are the twists. And I remember reading the macros on it, and it was like they made it impossible to read the macros. Oh, there you go. You have to go around the whole thing. So a serving size is 2 of these twists. Okay, so 2 twists, 70 calories, 2 grams of fat, 11 grams of carbs, 5 grams of sugar. So it's not awesome, but if I'm feeling a little squirrely and I want something sweet, then I thought I'd try them. Whatever. If I don't eat them, I'm sure my husband will gladly jump on that grenade and eat them. Some other things. Oh, there's my coffee creamer. This is the same one that I showed you last week that I have. I only use, a couple tablespoons, once a day, so it lasts a long time. So I've got that. I've got some egg beaters, certainly. To go with the egg beaters, I've got some just reduced fat Colby Jack shredded cheese that I can add to that, and I'll get some fresh vegetables over there and do some scrambled eggs. Some bacon, of course, which we'll make, and I'll probably have some of because I can't say no to bacon because I'm weak. These things are, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. These are the P3 protein packs. They're quite good, 12 grams of protein, and I think 4 grams of fat, 180 calories in each one. So I'll have those most likely for some snacks while I'm there and working. There's some lunch meat. Oh, I can hear my timer going off in the other room. Oops. So just some lunch meat that my husband will probably have make some little sandwiches. What else do we have? Okay, here's some other, lots of cheeses. I'm not gonna take all of these cheeses, but these are some of my options. I gotta go turn off my timer. Hold on a second. Okay, great, thanks. Sorry about that. So, like I said, here's some options that I have for cheese. These are the ones that I've been eating. They're just little tiny pieces of cheese, really. So this one's Colby Pepper Jack. It's a little bit spicy. There's savory garlic and herb. Those are really good too. And I generally, if you look at some of the stats on them, for 7 pieces, which is generally what I eat, about 7 pieces, 110 calories, 9 grams of fat, 1 carb, and 7 grams of protein. So when I eat these, I'll have like 7 pieces. And typically what I do is I pair it with, with one of these salami cups. I got these at Sam's, and they're just little cups, single servings of salami, and they're pretty good. So it was interesting. So look at this. There's 12 cups in this package, right? That's great. That's great. And that's very appropriate for portion size for me. But look, the serving sizes are 1 ounce. The servings per container is 18. So wait a minute. There's 12 cups, but there's 18 servings per container, which means that each one of these cups is a serving and a half, which is very misleading. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just say straight up, just adjust the things, just, you know, increase it by 50%, but whatever. Anyway, so it looks like one of these packs is 150 calories. So just keep that in mind too. So I'll have one of those, and I'll have it with some cheese, and that's a great snack for me. I also have my classic cheese strings, which are 50 calories each. 2.5 grams of fat, less than a carb, and 7 grams of protein. So I'll probably take these because these are kind of my go-to. If I can't find anything else, then these are great in a pinch. I got some potatoes, which I haven't decided if we're going to make yet, but I probably will. I'll show you something else in a minute. Yogurts, my Greek Light and Fit yogurt, which I love. 80 calories, 12 grams of protein. I think there's like, let me see, 8 grams of carbs, 12 grams of protein, 80 calories, 0 fat. So these ones are really good. They got tons of flavors out there. Raspberry, cherry, peach, lemon meringue, caramel macchiato, which you've seen in my fridge. Strawberry cheesecake, did I say that? Chocolate raspberry. They've got tons of them, and they're really good. These I get, and this package, which is about 1.25 pounds, I will cook these, and I will eat them for my lunches for the entire week. I'll get 5 or 6 portions out of this probably, and really all it is, it's just it's just chicken, little pieces of chicken with Parmesan cheese wrapped or whatever coated on them. If you look at some of the stats, so in 4 ounces, which is way more than I would eat. I probably eat 2 ounces or 2.5 ounces in a serving. 240 calories, 12 grams of fat. I mean, it's all cheese, right? 8 carbs, 26 grams of protein. So lots of protein, a lot of bang for your buck. Certainly high fat, but these are awesome. I can have these with some vegetables or something like that, and they're great. And then I usually just scoop on maybe a tablespoon or 2 of tomato basil spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce. This one's almost empty, so I'll take another one too. I wish they sold them in smaller ones, but that's perfectly fine. So those will be my lunches for the week, plus probably some vegetables of some sort. Here I just put in a little container of olive oil that I can use with the potatoes, because I'll just cut them into quarters probably with maybe a few teaspoons of olive oil, and I'll put Montreal steak spice because this shit is the jam, and I'll just roast them in the oven. And some Pam, of course, for other stuff too. What else? Oh, there is one thing I want to show you. Hold on one second. I'm just going to put you down. I forgot. I bought this at Costco the other day. And that is a roasted garlic beef tenderloin, which is great. It actually comes with, there's 2 of them. Oof, it's hard, big and frozen. So there's 2 of them. So I was gonna take this and we're gonna make this and probably eat this for probably a while. So many meals. I haven't decided if we're gonna take both or just take one. And that's what I was gonna pair with the potatoes. And I'll probably get some asparagus or steam some vegetables too. So in terms of stats, for 4 ounces, which of course I don't generally eat, but I might. 170 calories, 8 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 21 grams of protein. So we're definitely going to take this and see how that goes. And for my husband, I also picked up some King's Hawaiian rolls because he'll just make little bitty sandwiches. What else do we have here? Oops. Okay. And some garbanzo beans and some crushed pineapple. My husband makes his own hummus. And so I got a bag of a whole bunch of jalapenos. So there's, jalapenos for the heat, and then the crushed pineapple for a little bit of sweetness. And so he's gonna make some hummus for him to take, and he'll munch on that or whatever. I also have I think this is about it. I think this is plenty of food. I mean, there's gonna be us. We might have some friends coming to join us too. So that's the shit that I'm taking on my trip, y'all. So thanks for hanging out with me. Talk to you later.